Ladies and gentlemen, to those among you who are easily frightened, we suggest you turn away now. To those of you who think they can take it, we say, welcome to the madhouse.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. My name is Joey. This geezer's name is Jimmy. That must mean this is the Madhouse Podcast, episode number 3.
Episode 3.
The film we're doing this week is one that we both love, resonates well with both of us, it being a punk rock film and a horror film. But it was Jimmy's choice, so I'm going to let him rejig your memory about what it is.
So, today we're doing The Return of the Living Dead, zombie comedy horror film. Came out in 1985. It's only shot in 6 weeks.
Well, that's a fact straight off the bat that I didn't know.
Well, there you go. It grossed £14,237,000. It was a success. People didn't think it was gonna be, but it was. Yeah, it cost them $4 million to make.
So that's a pretty good profit margin.
Yeah, they did all right, I think.
Yeah. I don't even need to ask if you liked the film.
Oh, yeah, film's great, yeah. It's a good watch.
It is, it's amazing. I love this film. Right, we're going to get straight into a plot slot.
Oh, are we? We're going straight in,
unless you want to do some facts first.
Well, I was going to say that the film's got its roots in the novel by John A. Russo, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who worked on Night of the Living Dead with George Romero.
Yeah.
When they parted their ways after Night of the Living Dead, Russo got the rights to use the Living Dead in his films, and then George obviously did all of his sequels with Of the Deads.
Yeah.
And I don't know, other than the sequels of this film, a couple of the other ones aren't very good.
All right, okay.
Well, we get to them.
Yeah. You mean the Return of the Living Dead franchise number 2 is pretty good, the rest?
I'm talking about a film called Children of the Living Dead, which is supposedly a direct sequel of Night of the Living Dead, and it was terrible.
Well, maybe we'll do it one day and make fun of it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Like, I know they had to, the director of this film changed the script because he felt like it was a bit too close to some of the Night of the Living Dead lore, and he wanted to separate it.
Yeah, completely
he
separated it.
Completely mess up with what Romero was going to do. So there is a bit of respect going on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Have you got more for me?
No, we could get to some other stuff down the line.
Save some for later.
Yeah, I'll save a little bit back for later.
Yeah, you don't want to blow it all at once.
No, exactly. Just gonna give you a little nipple now.
And later on, we'll get to the brains.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to do a 20-minute plot slot. I did buy a timer for this we used last episode. I've just got it out to sort out time in 20 minutes, and I can't remember how to use it. It's one of those stopwatches that does a lot of things, but has 3 buttons, and it's different combinations. So anyway,
just want a stopwatch.
I also have a smartphone. So I'm going to set 20 minutes on my smartphone. I don't know what alarm is on here. I haven't used this for a long time. But anyway, whenever you're ready, I will start the timer on my phone, and we'll get going.
Yeah, go on. You starting it, or am I? Not the timer. The talking.
I'll start the timer. You start the talking.
Oh, okay.
And that's called division of labour.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, go.
Okay, it's July 3rd, 1984. Medical Center. Not a medical center. It's a medical supply warehouse, sorry. Louisville, Kentucky. Frank is showing his new employee, Freddie, around and seeing what they've got going on.
Yep. It's obviously Freddie's very excited and interesting in all the weird stuff, including split dogs.
Split dogs, yeah, split dogs.
And skeletons.
Skeletons.
Perfect teeth.
Yeah, perfect teeth. Where'd you get them from? Get them from India.
Yeah, but what racket's going on in India?
Well, he reckons they've got a skeleton farm, innit?
Yep, as you do.
I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that doing Alien that they got their bones and stuff in from India. I'm Pretty sure that's a little nod to that film.
Oh, is it?
Think so.
I think
Something
there's
about
a
it.
few nods in this film to
Quite a lot.
other films.
Yeah. Well, Frank wants to be the big man now, doesn't he? He's showing off a bit.
Yeah, he definitely. I think he sees how Freddy is excited by all this macabre stuff they've got lying around, and decides to kind of play on that because he's into it as well. So he's showing off a bit.
And he goes, "You seen that film, Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah,
That was real. That's a true story. That.
Yeah.
That's what he says to Freddy. Nah, ain't, mate.
I'd
Whatever."
remember that because it took over the whole world.
Yes. And he was like, "Yeah, it's a true story, but it's they just changed a few things around. We've got some of them down in the basement. They shipped them here by accident."
Yeah.
Cool, isn't it?
An army fuck up.
Yeah. Well, it's probably more logistics. There's probably another party there that was shipped it accidentally.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be the army directly. They've gone and sourced that out to someone. You can't be bothered to finish the job, cut corners, save money. It's dropped off at this warehouse, and they'll never complain. So obviously, as you do, Frank wants to show Freddy the bodies.
Yeah, come
In
down
the
and have a look,
canisters.
boy. Yeah, come
Yeah.
down and have a look. See what we
And
got in the drums.
He gets to the canisters because there's bodies in there. They open up, have a look at, and there is an amazing looking body. Well, not
Yeah, it
amazing
looks great.
looking. It's yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not my type.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
still.
There's a lid for every pot.
Yeah, and this lid breaks.
When he taps it as well, dickhead.
Yeah,
What's he
these are
thinking about?
sturdy, built
Yes.
by government. What can go wrong? There's a bit on there where the glass breaks on the front as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't meant to do that. Just perfect timing for the shot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Apparently, it just happened.
Yeah.
But keep it in. It looks good. But yeah, gas flies around in all their face.
Yeah, they fall down, coughing and spluttering. We go to that the shot of the zombie in the drum, and it's just melting away.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's just wax, I think.
Yeah, they used a similar technique for Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom. No, not Temple of Doom. What am I about? The first one, whatever that's called. And they open up the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
And the
Raisers
face
of the Lost Ark.
That's the one.
Right.
It's similar. I had a look at how they did it. Similar things, different layers of different materials that melt at different temperatures. And it looks great. And then there's the one of the best intros I've ever seen to any film with the they're not the credits, but you know what I mean.
The intro, yeah.
Yeah, the intro. The music starts up.
Yeah.
Amazing music starts up.
Yeah.
And you see the gas travel through the air ducts and up into that freezer, and the shot of the corpse just awakening in its plastic bag, which it's not really just a plastic bag. It's like a see-through body bag as it's hung up.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that bit.
Yeah.
Well, then it all kicks off. Well, no, it does all kick off. The intro. We see all the punk rockers, don't we, walking down the street. It's that bit, innit?
Yeah, and they decide to go and wait for Freddy from work. But we also see the who I've got written down as high up army dude because I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about him.
It turns out that he's been looking for the bodies that were in the warehouse, and I've put that he was a bit of a dick to his wife because that stood out to me.
Well, yeah, it's Colonel
so-
Glover, I think his name is.
I've made your favourites lamb chops, and he's just like, I had that for lunch, and walks off.
Twat.
and
More
then
money than sense.
Yeah, I'd love lamb chops twice in a day.
I don't like lamb, so
Oh.
anything else.
All right, well,
twice
I'd love
a day would be fine.
whatever my favourite meal is twice a day.
Okay.
Anyway, he's got all this contact equipment in his room. Turns out he's looking for these eggs, as they call them.
Yes.
And then, it's the punk friends decide to hang out in that cemetery while they're waiting for their friend to get off work.
Yes, this is the first time we meet the group. Spider, Trash, Scuzz, Suicide, Casey and Chuck.
What have I got to do to get a nickname like any of them?
I don't know, because...
People just call me Joey.
Yeah, I know, but none of their nicknames seem to match them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I knew a guy, we called him Rasher, because he looked like Dennis the Menace's pig.
All right, okay,
I don't know why Trash is... Well, maybe Trash is a bit trashy. Suicide.
He's obviously not committed suicide
No, exactly.
or died by suicide.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I don't know. No.
Anyway, they all want to hang out. They want to party. So they see this cemetery, Resurrection Cemetery. It's called. It's quite apt. they go all in there, go and have a bit of a party, put some music on, drink some beers. Standard.
And Freddie and Frank wake up on the floor while this is going on.
Yeah.
They wake up on the floor of the basement, basically, which had these drums in with the bodies in. They're coughing and spluttering, not feeling great. So they go upstairs.
Well, they go look in the drum, don't they? First.
Oh yeah,
they crawl over to the drum. The drum's empty. Frank's like, oh, it's probably melted. It's probably melted away.
Yep.
And we're like, whoa, all right. So then they try.
Well, they don't give it a second thought though. Just like, yeah, well, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
gone.
Probably
It's gone
melted, evaporated or something.
Yeah.
They go upstairs and they start spraying deodorant around because of the smell of the gas is horrible, and they hear a dog barking. Or kind of whimpering more, I suppose.
Yeah. Say whimpering.
So they go and have a look. And one of the split dogs, and the split dogs are dogs that are literally cut in half from head to arse end.
For medical research, isn't it? It's for...
Yeah.
Oh, it's a medical supply centre. They ship them out, don't they?
Yeah.
For vet places.
I don't know how high in demand actual literal dogs that have been cut in half from
Well,
arse.
according to Frank, at the start, he said they're in high demand. So...
Oh, well,
Who am
I should have listened more then.
Well, who am I to argue? Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Anyway, it's alive and split in half and whimpering.
And he starts hitting it, doesn't he?
Yeah. I've just written, so they bash it.
Yeah.
I don't think it does much. Well, obviously it doesn't do much because we find out later on you can't really kill these things.
Yeah.
Fantastic twist.
Yeah, it's good.
On the zombies.
Yeah, there's the butterflies on the wall as well.
Yeah, that's a good
like that
touch.
bit.
That's thinking the extra little mile.
Yeah.
That it affects everything down to the... Most zombie films are... Humans are reanimated.
Yeah.
But showing that it's affecting the dogs and the butterflies. I like that. I think it's good. And it would be fine if it was just a few fluttery butterflies banging around. But nope. They hear a banging on the door of the freezer where the bodies are kept. Fresh bodies. Because you don't want too much inventory.
That's true, yeah. He only got sent one, didn't he?
So they kind of shit themselves.
As you do, as you would, definitely.
Yeah. And they run into the office, and I like this line. I don't know why. You'll watch your tongue if you like this job. And he's like this job? I've been here 2 hours and I'm being attacked by zombies.
Yeah, he's had a shit day at work.
Yeah, it's not a great day.
No.
It's not a great first day.
No.
So they decide not to call anyone with any actual authority or power. They call Bert, the boss.
Yeah, instead of ringing the number on the barrel to the army, they're like, oh yeah, we'll ring the boss instead because he knows what's going to go on, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure he deals with this kind of thing all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It then cuts to his awesome punk dude friends in the cemetery. Trash, foreshadowing her own future.
Yes, she is.
Fantasizes. She says, do you ever think about dying? I think I'd like to be eaten alive by a bunch of old men.
I don't know why she
along
says
those
old
lines.
men.
Everyone has their thing, Jimmy.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I probably shouldn't judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some people like old men, some people like trash.
Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough.
She gets naked. Again, apparently, because someone says, trash is getting naked again.
That's her thing, yeah, that's what she does.
We have a lot in common, me and her.
Yeah, we all know that one person who likes to get naked when they've had a couple of beers.
I don't think I've got fully naked, and I think it's a few beers. But moving on. Bert is worried about going to jail when he arrives at the warehouse. So he decides to cover it up and kill the freezer body. And basically they think that'll be the end of it and it'll be all sorted and done.
Yep, of course.
So they set up a nice little order of people outside the door. Freddy's opening the door, isn't he?
Yeah, Freddy's opening the door. Frank's got a pickaxe in through the head.
Yeah.
Bert's
hiding.
He's hiding and barking orders. God damn it!
Yeah, he's even the one who knows the code for the padlock.
Yeah.
So he's got to yell at someone who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a wuss.
Hey, horrible yellow naked zombie man runs out.
He is very yellow.
He's very yellow. I think he's old. They get him down on the floor.
He's got a bad liver. His liver's
Probably
dead.
jaundice. That's probably why he died. Probably a drinker. They get him down on the floor. Who kills him in the end? Is it Bert? Puts pickaxe through his head.
Bert puts the pickaxe through his head. It doesn't work. The zombie's screaming like hell. Frank and Freddie are doing a great job with the actors, doing a great job of being shocked to hell. But then Bert decides to get the bone saw and cut the head off.
Well, Frank mentions Night of the Living Dead again. You've got to shoot. You got to destroy the brain, haven't you? And he's like, they're cutting the head off, and it's supposed to work. It worked in the movie.
Yeah. Freddie is like, are you saying the film lied?
There you go. Come and see our live show, Headstone Horrors. We have that in our set.
We do, yeah.
Worked in the movie. The movie's lied.
We also have a quote from Night of the Living Dead, don't we? The original one.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Headstone Horrors, by the way, if you missed that band name. Anyways, where are we? Oh, yeah, they cut the head off.
Cut his head off.
It doesn't work.
No.
It's still... It just angers it, really. He just gets angry.
He jumps up, puts his arms in the air, doesn't he? He's got no head.
Yeah. Flapping around.
Like
a
all
right
over the
tit
shop.
all over the place,
Yeah.
knocking stuff over. In fact, me and him have got a lot in common as well. So, yeah, Bert has the idea that his good mate Ernie...
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'm sure they don't share a bed.
You don't know that. They do have a bit of a moment where they're like, how long have we've been pretty close for a while.
That's it. Yeah, 25 years.
So they decide to go to Ernie at the, basically a morgue crematorium.
Yeah, it's a morgue. I think it's a morgue.
It's a crematorium with an embalming
and he has
room, as far as I could tell, but they think they could burn it.
He has a chapel there as well.
Yeah, it's multifunctional.
Yeah, Ernie played by Don Calfa.
Yeah.
How you pronounce his name, I think?
Yeah.
Ernest Kaltenbrunner is his name, and he's actually a Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh, have you got that as well?
Yeah, I have,
Excellent, yes.
His the gun he has is a German one. Hang on, I have forgotten the name of it. A Walther P38.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Used by the German army.
Yeah.
In that room, there's a picture of Eva Braun
Yes.
on the side.
On his Walkman, he's listening to a German Afrika Korps march song called Panzer Rolling in Afrika Vor.
Oh,
Yes.
that sounds lovely.
Yeah, there you go.
He actually, I noticed when the rain starts falling later on, he speaks in German.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I can't remember what he says. I think it... no, I can't remember.
I think he quotes a line from a song, a German song. Ein Brudtrecken Soldat.
Wow.
It means the drunk soldier.
Okay.
There you go.
It's pretty safe to say he's
Ernie's a Nazi
fan
in
of the Third Reich at
yes,
least.
he's a Nazi in hiding, I think.
Yeah, I did read that was the initial intention. I don't know whether they decide to pull back on it or not, or just not reveal it and just have it as a underlying
Yeah, I think
plot.
Yeah.
It's fine. It adds another layer. Plus, he looks a bit freaky Nazi doctor-y type
Yes,
thing, doesn't he?
he does, yeah.
Where are we now?
They're knocking on his door. They're like, I've known him for 25 years. He's definitely going to burn this horrible yellow body.
Oh, yeah, and he thinks it's... he asks what it is. And
Rabid weasels.
Rabid weasels.
Yeah.
Do you know what was actually in those bags?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, you tell him. I took the Nazi stuff.
It's those monkeys with the symbols, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the rags,
With
yeah.
the symbols removed.
Oh, well, I didn't know it's symbols.
No, I heard
removed.
they removed the symbols.
Okay, yeah.
Can you imagine if they didn't remove the symbols? It's weasels. Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah, so-
Professional weasels.
yeah. They go through it, and then eventually it's like we'll chuck them in the furnace.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to burn them alive because the Nazi thinks that's too inhumane.
Yeah, he gets
apparently.
his gun out like
Yeah,
for the
well,
second
shoot
time.
them. I think he just wants to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't like that gun, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's always whipping it out.
Yeah. So yeah, they burn the body basically after Ernie gets shown an arm and attacked.
That's true. That was a good bit. Anyway, it burns. They're burning it. Smoke comes out.
Yeah, the awesome soundtrack starts again.
Yeah, the 80s lightning thunderstorm comes down. Rain's pouring down. Brings all of the moisture of the gas down into the ground. With the graveyard next door, obviously.
Yeah, like a toxic rain.
Toxic acid rain, yeah.
Yeah, they think it's acid rain. Obviously, it's something a bit more sinister than that. His mates and who are waiting in the graveyard decide to go sit in the car, but it turns out the roof is leaking. Trash is still naked as well.
She's
and
yeah.
getting this toxic water all over her.
Yeah. Just put some pants back on.
Yeah, I mean the clothes are probably wet anyway.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Also, Freddie and Frank is this kind of like this part of the film where they start looking a bit peaky,
Oh, yeah, a little bit peaky, yeah.
getting a bit white in the face. If as a viewer, I think that's the first point to think, oh, what's wrong with them? No one else has noticed yet. Oh, hang on. It is this point where they realise, because Ernie calls the paramedics. I was reading a note from another bit on my piece of paper then. Oh, well. Yeah, no, Ernie calls the paramedics and says they've been poisoned, but it doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
And Tina, Freddie's girlfriend, sets off to the warehouse to meet him because it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Yeah, should be. Oh, yeah, no, yes.
Got my soundbite.
Right, she goes looking for Freddie at the warehouse. No one's about. She has another little bit of a look around. She ventures into the basement.
Yeah, she sees his hat at the top of the basement stairs.
Yeah.
There's no one down there, though. Apart from... Are you right?
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking. Apart from what?
Tarman. Ah, bollocks, we're nowhere near the end of this. That's my alarm, by the way, everyone. We've been 20 minutes.
Nah, we cut a lot of the oven and iron out.
Okay. Yeah, Freddie's girlfriend Tina goes to the basement to find him, but doesn't find him. She finds Tarman instead, and she is obviously freaked out. That's an amazing visual effect moment there.
Yeah, he's really good looking, I think.
Probably one of the best ones I've ever seen, even still. I mean, there's more realistic ones.
His face is a bit gormy, but
as far as... Yeah, but
he moves well.
Gruesome. Yeah.
Anyway, she goes and locks herself in a metal closet.
Yep.
For some reason, I don't know why. And then the zombie managed to make some sort of chain hook pulley system to pull the door off.
Yeah, I think this ups the game with the zombies. Usually they're just chase you, kill you. If they can't get in, they'll just bash at the door till there's an opportunity.
Yeah.
This one's like, you know what? If I use a pulley...
Yeah, they're quite clever.
I get
and they
a
run
chain.
as well, which is I don't like, but we'll get to that.
His crew arrives, though. Tina's crew arrives.
All of them.
They go down to the basement to find her.
When I don't know which one it is. Who I think it's Casey. Is that her name?
Yes. Yeah.
Casey's one of the one with
Blue
the blue
hair.
hair.
Yeah.
When she's running down the step and the step breaks.
Yep.
That she wasn't told that the step was broken, so she stepped on.
Hang
it.
on, is that Tina who tried running away?
Oh yeah, it might have been. No, when they all go down.
Oh right, okay.
When I think it's Casey, she steps on the third step. He mentions about it at the start.
Yeah.
And she steps on the third step because she's in front, and it breaks.
Shit.
And she doesn't get up and quickly run off because she wasn't told that the step was fake.
All right, that's a bit of a dick move, but
Massively.
I suppose it worked. I didn't notice that. I don't think I saw Tina trying to run away. Did she fall down the step?
Oh, it might have been her who fell down the step. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Someone falls down the step. They don't know it's a broken step.
Okay, fair enough. But suicide never lives to fulfill his namesake.
No, he doesn't.
Because Tarman eats his head, and it sounds like he's eating a carrot.
Yeah, it's crunchy.
And it went... So that was some good Foley work.
Oh, right. Frank and Freddie are getting iller and iller. Paramedics are doing tests on them. They don't know what's going on. And they're like, you're dead.
Yeah, they had a body temperature, which I don't know what it is.
70
it's
it was.
Silly Fahrenheit.
70.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently that's room temperature in Fahrenheitness.
That's it. Yeah, room temperature.
And no pulses. They're dead, but alive. And they're obviously a bit shocked.
Of course, as you would be.
Yeah, I would be.
Christ.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Basically, yeah, a really bad hangover.
It seems like that.
I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be here. But yeah, and Freddy's mates have all run back to the cemetery after their attack with Tarman, and they hide under like the canopy of like a mausoleum. You see the bodies start coming up from the grave, and there's an amazing shot of a skull that has come up, and it goes brains.
I think it just makes a noise, but you do see the wire
Do you?
holding the jaw,
Aw.
and I know the director at the time was like, "Oh, I'm sure they're going to put a better effect on that," and then they never. He was worried about too much other stuff, and they never did. And it happens in
didn't
this
notice.
bit, and it happens right at the end, and you see that skeleton come up, and then you see the wire holding.
I
it.
didn't even notice.
Yeah.
See, I watched these films twice, just in preparation for the podcast. I watched it once just for fun, to be in it, and I watched it a second time to take notes, and I end up having to watch it a fucking third time, because you pointed out loads of shit I didn't notice that I want to go back and check. So thanks for that. It gives me an excuse to chill and watch a film.
Yeah. Well, right. Bert and Ernie, they're Bert and Ernie, they're barricading up the mortuary.
Hey, Ernie, should we barricade up these windows? I don't know, Bert. What do you think? Yeah, is that how it went down?
That's how it went down.
Yeah, sorry. Interrupted you.
Scuzz gets killed, protected the barrier. That's where we cut to the zombies who crawls in and goes, "Send more paramedics."
Yep.
So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they're obviously thinking and talking.
They're like brains.
Is this the bit where they have, because Scuzz gets killed, they kidnap, zombie nap, half a zombie lady,
Yes, yeah.
tie her to the table. Freddy's starting to get rigor mortis at one point.
That looked painful.
Yeah, that was
Blood pooling and everything.
Yeah, that was a really well done scene.
Yeah.
Because the way he was describing, I got this pain in my brain and then it spread to my body and my muscles are tightening up, is exactly how Ernie described rigor mortis earlier on.
Yeah.
While he was working on the body when Bert came in.
Bert.
Oh man, I can't stop laughing at Bert and Ernie. Anyway. Yeah, so that was quite good, and Freddy freaks the hell out, really. So he starts getting worried. But that tied up zombie talks to them.
Yes, she does. I think it's a she anyway, is it?
It's a she, yes.
It's a she.
They have gone through great pains to make sure that they've got the zombie boobs down to a T. That was very strange seeing the topless zombie lady with a spine that flicks around amazingly,
Flinging about all over the place.
but she can talk, and they are asking her questions about why they humans, and she says, "Not humans, brains." And so, all right then, well, why brains? It stops the pain of being dead.
Yeah, this is the first zombie film to actually properly suggest zombies only eat brains.
It's just the first time.
Very first film, the rest is just flesh and everything. This is specifically that they're going after brains.
Okay. I knew there was the two different ways of doing zombies. I didn't realise this one had started that one off. But she has, for me, the quote that gets repeated, I see the most.
Yeah.
I can feel myself rotting.
Yes.
That's always the one that's on the back of t-shirts.
And it's a meme as well when you turn 30.
Is it?
Yeah, Nat posted about it. She went, "This is me. This is what I feel."
I missed that then. I'm 31.
Yeah. It was voiced by Brian Peck, who played Scuzz, who's just died before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well.
So, the next up, Trash Girl rises from the dead and attacks a homeless man. She has a good rising from the dead, though. She does her usual sexy dancing stuff. And then walks down the road with a bit of a wiggle.
Did we mention that she got killed by all those old men? We did, didn't we? She gets killed. We did mention that, didn't we?
When they were under the canopy of the mausoleum. No, we didn't, because we got distracted by the wire in the skull.
Of course we did. She got killed
Yeah.
by a lot of old men.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is the
She's
foreshadowing she did earlier,
Yeah.
fantasizing about
Yeah.
it, and then she did get killed by all the dead bodies and taken down.
She's
Now
running
she's
about-
risen again.
Yeah, she's running about nutty, going mental.
Zombie nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah, attacks a homeless man. Then Frank and Freddy are taken by Bert and Ernie to the chapel so they don't hurt people when they turn, because they figured out that they're dead. They're gonna go all the way dead and turn into these zombies. I don't think they use the word zombies in this film. We're saying zombies a lot. I don't think it's said.
Yeah, they do. I think they do. I think Freddy does use the word zombie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. We'll double check that. If anyone wants to double check that and let us know, that'd be great.
Yeah. Email us, please. The madhousepodcast@outlook.com.
Right, Tina's in the chapel as well. She wants to stay with Freddy, but it's too late, innit? He gets blinded by Ernie with some acid.
Yeah, and he goes, he properly turns.
Yeah.
And he says, I finally know what it is that I need to do to feel okay. And she goes, what is it, Freddy? He's like, brains. And starts chasing him. So Freddy attacks Tina, basically. They try and block... no, Frank makes a run for it.
Yeah, Frank does one.
He's off on his own somewhere now before he turns. I don't know what his plan is. But he doesn't like what's going on, so he leaves. They try and block Freddy in the chapel. Only breaks his foot. Just terribly. But he breaks his foot, putting a bench in front of the door. And Bert and Spider escape in the car to go and try and get help, but they run into a large horde of dead. And the car is totaled when they crash it. But they find Chuck and Casey in the warehouse.
Yeah, trying to find a phone. Oh, this is where Bert wants to knock Tarman's block off with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Smashes it out of the park.
Yep. Tarman comes out, says his
6.
classic monologue of brains.
Knocks his gormy little head off.
Yeah, they run down and use the phone.
I just want to say about Frank, because Frank goes off and he cremates himself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was a good...
But in the actual script, it was written that Frank was going to join the zombie horde outside and be part of that. But the actor who played him, James Cameron, didn't want to be out in the Los Angeles rain. So he was like, I'm just going to cremate myself.
I thought you were about to say the actor thought it would be a really good, touching moment.
No, he just didn't want to get wet, did he?
Okay.
Fair enough. You're an old man, you get a chill.
He will.
Yeah, exactly.
He might actually become 70-odd Fahrenheit, which is apparently room temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good... He put his wedding
Put his ring on the side, didn't he?
On the side and then crawled in and
Yeah.
killed himself, which I think is actually probably better than him just joining the horde outside.
I think
it was a
so
good
too.
moment.
Yeah.
Not for him, but still.
Or his wife.
Or any kids they had.
That's true.
But as a movie lover, it's a good moment.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
We have been. I think it's coming across quite well that we've been drinking. Yeah, he calls the police for help, but while he's on the phone, the police are overrun by a horde of the dead, and he hears it on the phone. The police are no help, so he calls the number on the tank and gets put... Yeah, he calls the number on the tank. High up army dude.
Glover, Colonel Glover.
Speaks to him. We hear his side of the conversation.
Yeah.
What happened then? And then what did you do? And then how did that work? And did that work? No, it didn't work. What happened next then? You're fucked. So, he calls in some orders to some lower down army dudes, and they send a missile.
Yeah, nuclear bomb in it.
And nuke the whole area. Everyone's dead.
20 square blocks for Louisville.
Yeah, they reckon about 4,000 dead. Which
That's
they
very
say
good,
is
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fine with that. Which is weird.
Yeah, I suppose it was better from their viewpoint than the dead taking over the world, but still, it was pretty cold.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But then obviously we've seen previously what happens when you just burn or vaporize these bodies.
Comes back again, doesn't it? Acid rain.
Yep.
Falling down.
Rain,
all
but this
smoke, innit?
time on a massive scale.
Well done, Glover.
Yeah.
Swat.
Sets it up nicely for a second film now.
Yeah, it does. That's funny. Yeah, it does. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, I believe. It's
Yeah.
called.
It is very aptly named.
Wow, yeah.
I'm sure something we'll do in the future.
Absolutely.
But that is the plot slot. I don't even know how long we've run over because I didn't check what time it was when the thing went, but it was longer than...
Probably a lot.
Child's Play was the last one, wasn't it? That was 7 minutes. I don't know. Let's say more than 7 minutes. Okay.
Plot slot.
Plot slot's done. Next up, we are going for Frights and Delights.
Right, I'm just going to give you a couple of little quick real frights about the zombie world.
Okay.
You've probably heard a couple of these. There was a story big in May 2012. You can find the footage somewhere on the internet, I'm sure. Miami resident Rudy Eugene, he stripped naked and attacked a homeless man. He was called Ronald Popo, and he ate about 80% of the man's face. Police arrived at the scene. They were forced to open fire on the belligerent Eugene, is what they describe him as. He took far more bullets than his body should have been able to withstand before finally dropping. Now, they thought at the time that he had ingested bath salts.
Yeah, I was just about to say, is this the bath salts
It is.
story?
Or PCP, but the toxicology reports revealed only trace amounts of marijuana in his system, leaving the zombie-like attack a mystery.
I was going to say, let's not blame it on weed, or legalization is never going to happen.
There you go. Said a spokesman for the council.
Well, he said don't blame it on weed.
Don't blame it on weed or the sunshine. There was another one. Kevin Santos was pronounced dead at a hospital in his hometown of Belém in Brazil. The 2-year-old was placed in an airtight body bag for 3 hours while his family made preparations for his funeral. During the wake, family members noticed the boy moving. Santos then sat up and asked his father for a glass of water. The ecstatic family was let down, however, when only seconds later the boy fell over again. He was rushed to hospital and declared dead for a second time.
Well, shit me.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Mental.
I never heard that one before, but
That's crazy,
that
isn't it?
is the absolute... They're like, shit.
Yeah, it's happening. I've got a story. Back in the day, I was reading a...
Have you died before?
No, but this
I've
is
had
a more
my suspicions.
This is more of a light-hearted one. I was reading the local paper where I was from, the Oxford Mail, and there was a story about a guinea pig and a man. His family pet guinea pig died, so he did the natural thing, buried it in the garden. 2 days later, he was at work. His neighbour phoned him and said, "Your guinea pig's escaped. It's running around the garden." He was like, "I buried it."
Was it hibernating?
No, they don't hibernate.
Do they not?
No, it was dead, but it had managed to crawl its way out of its shallow grave.
So it wasn't dead.
Well, it was dead when he buried it, and then it came back to life as a zombie guinea pig, and it was running around. And at the time, I think I was about 18 or 19, so it was a very long time ago. I was like, "Fuck me, this shit's happening now. We gotta get out of here. This is a zombie apocalypse."
This
right
guinea
now.
pig's having a nap.
Well, no, it was dead. He said it was dead.
Shit.
Yes, shit.
Well,
Right.
That was a while ago, though. You were 18, 19, what's that, like 30 years ago, so we're right.
It was it was a few years ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Right,
I'm messing
frights
with you.
and delights. Go on, tell me some of your delights of this film.
Well, the first one I've got is Bert and Ernie,
Yeah, of course. That was funny, yeah.
because that was a delight. The obvious delight that I have is Tarman.
Tarman was great. Moving about was scary. His face looked gormy.
You didn't like his face?
No, it looked a bit simple. And I don't mean simple as in the way it's done. I mean simple as the way it was
Yeah.
done. Simple.
I like it. It's
good. Yeah,
it's,
it's good. Yeah.
I mean, he only knows how to say brains.
Right.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I've got him as a delight because
Absolutely.
iconic.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, like, if there's one zombie you remember from that film, it's him. Maybe half-naked booby zombie.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a delight. It was a delight in terms of the effects.
Yeah.
It was a fright in terms of the images burned on the brain of people who watch it for the rest of their lives.
True. I also like the little person
I knew this was going to come up.
that was eating the paramedic's brain. You don't know it's a little person. And then...
Well, it's not a tall person, Jimmy.
Well, he might have been kneeling down. And he was eating the brain. You don't know it's a little person at that time, eating the brain. And then he gets up, and then he waddles off really fast.
Yeah. He slips as well. Did you notice? I don't think it was a purposeful slip.
Oh, no. I didn't.
But when he's chasing Ernie
Yeah.
back in, he slips and gets back up.
Oh, I didn't
And it
notice
works
that.
really
Oh,
well,
that's a good
but
one.
it was just
Yeah.
interesting to notice watching it. But yeah, I think dwarf is the correct term
Oh, is it?
for the actor that did that.
Oh.
But I don't want to go there again because I just don't know. I haven't checked.
Okay.
But yeah, brilliant moment. Anyway, and it's fantastic. The next for me is the other one I had that was just one that tickled me was that when the police cars were all coming in a line in order to get there.
Yeah.
And there's one of the dead policemen from earlier just waving the glow stick type thing to make them all stop in a row.
Yeah.
And they go, what's going on? And then suddenly, just from the side, dead guys and gals all over the place. But that was a delight for me. I don't have any frights because I don't think it did much wrong, to be honest.
No, I don't think it's supposed to be scary. I think it does a very good job of being
Tongue-in-cheek.
yeah, and funny and like an enjoyable watch.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
got the right mixture. There is some jumpy bits.
There's some gross
brilliant,
bits, isn't
scary, grossy bits. Yeah. Oh, gross bit. I don't know if I've got it down for go on visual effects. Actually, we'll probably come up to that later. But yeah,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna chuck another little thing in here. I think.
All right.
Have you ever heard of the parasitic hairworm?
No.
Okay.
I think I know where you're going, but I've not heard it called anything like that before.
I'm just going back to like real zombie things now. This is it lives inside a grasshopper or I was going to say a cricket. It's a cricket.
Unless it's really fast, then
yes.
it is a cricket.
So they live inside one of these things, and then the worm plumps up the insect full of proteins, and then it sabotages its central nervous system and compels it to leap into the nearest body of water. The host drowns, and the adult worm, that's 3 to 4 times longer than the corpse it once called home, wriggles out, swims away in search of a mate. The babies they make will infest the water until they're guzzled down by another host, and then the cycle continues. So that's a zombie worm.
What a life. Cycle.
Yeah, there was
thing.
loads. I went very deep into that, but
One of those internet holes you fall into.
yeah, I just chose that one because it sounded gross.
No, it's
Right.
good. I like these things that keep coming along.
This film's a delight.
Of course, it's a delight.
There we go.
It's a classic, iconic horror film. It's got punk rock on it. in it. So, yeah. Next up. I think we're ready for next up. Are we ready for next up?
Yep.
Yep. It's The Master of the Macabre.
Master of the Macabre.
Welcome to The Master of the Macabre, where we choose our favourite actor or actress from the film. And, well, we probably usually just agree on it at the end.
Yeah.
Try to, anyway.
Yeah.
So, what have you got, Jimmy? Because I
Well-
really struggled.
I liked Frank,
Okay.
played by James Cameron. I thought he did a good job. His acting wasn't great, but it was all right. It's basically all his fault in the film. I also liked Don Calfer as well, Ernie Coltenbrunner, but we can't give him to that because he was a Nazi. And the goddamn man, Clue. I can't pronounce his
Goddamn
name.
man?
He played Bert. He was always saying goddamn.
God damn.
Every lamb was goddamn.
Okay. Alright, okay.
But I'm saying Tarman, who was played by Alan Troutman, who's a puppeteer
Yeah.
for Jim Henson Muppets.
Yep.
And do you remember the TV show Dinosaurs?
Yes.
He did that as well.
Numerous things in that, or was he doing one particular thing in Dinosaurs?
Poor guy, just in charge of the
That was a
Puppet.
90s show, wasn't it?
dinosaurs, yeah.
Yeah,
Puppets
I remember
and
that.
stuff, yeah.
Alright, well,
what
my
he did.
picks were, out of the two humans, we're going to be Freddy or Frank, but Freddy, I felt just did a better job. I thought he was great, and everyone in this did amazingly,
Yeah?
but Freddy stood out to me over most. But I also, like you, picked Tarman.
It's got to be Tarman
For
then,
Alan
surely.
Sorry, Alan Troutman. Yeah, it is Alan Troutman.
Alan Troutman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be
He
him.
did. He also did a voice acting for the Jungle Book film that came out in 2016.
Did he really?
He was various animals, is what he was credited as. So I don't think he was any of the
Main ones.
main characters. I might be wrong, but that was something I thought was just quite interesting because still active, still going.
Fair play to her. Well done.
Yeah. So well, it's Tarman then, yeah.
Tarman.
Alan Troutman, really.
Troutman, your medal's in the mail.
Oh yeah, we always send a medal out to the
Yeah,
winners.
of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and anyone who
Well
sends us listener mail. But probably not, because we're never going to get any. Anyway, are we ready for the Madhouse rating?
Let's do it.
The Madhouse
Right, this is the Madhouse rating. So first up, we got tension and suspense. What are you saying?
My first note on tension and suspense is Tina being in the basement and finding Tarman. The first time we see Tarman creep out the corner.
Okay.
It's just good. She walks on her own.
Okay.
Long shots of her, which the director did these long shots because he wanted to be different to the usual close-up shots, but then later regretted it. But, he'd already shot it, so he couldn't change it. But I like it still. And her lonely walk to the warehouse and then going down there and finding the zombie, running away. I think she falls down the step. I can't. I might be wrong. But then hiding in the closet, the metal closet.
Yeah.
I got that as it's good. Good tension and suspense. Overall, the film it hasn't got tons of tension and suspense.
Well,
it's more...
I don't think it's that kind of film. So, tension and suspense, I'm saying, nah.
That was the one point I had.
I don't think that's the point of the film. So, I think it's supposed to be like, it's funny, it's lighthearted.
Yeah, it's
I don't
not...
think it's your paranormal activity or
I know what you mean.
kind
Yeah,
of film like that. I think it's...
I had that one point and I had which added... I didn't add to the tension or suspense there, but still, I've said I've got a point, so I'll say it. The fact that you're not able to kill them in the traditional quotes way,
yes,
added to the tension of, well, there's literally nothing you can do.
And
in the end, it turns out
that
you
is
can't
a good
even
point.
burn them because that just makes shit worse. So, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
That is a good point.
So I did have that as a note for tension, suspense. But like you say, it's not that type of film.
Well, I'm not giving it a star. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Because there's only a couple of points. Even if it doesn't have to be that type of film,
Yeah.
you still want... I still feel like you still want... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You still want
to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to
Yes.
gore and visual effects.
Okay, well... What have you got? You go first.
Right, I think all the gore and the visual effects in this movie were... I think they were fucking great. I mean, yellow... Go on.
I can't fault a thing.
No, I can't either. I think they're all great. Yellow zombie,
Yes.
funny.
Yep.
Luckily, he's not got his penis flying around the place.
That we could see.
No, you couldn't see it. They covered it. They covered that up. Half corpse.
Fantastic.
Spine.
Wiggly spine.
Flopping about all over the
It's
place.
one of those things they didn't have to do, but when they did, it added so much
Oh,
to
yeah.
the whole thing of her being tied to that table. Yeah, I ran out of space to make notes while watching it in this section of my piece of paper that I have because it was so much.
Yeah.
I got the zombie tied up in the embalming room. The paramedics' brains leaking out the head when the police go over to have a look.
Yeah. So I think the director paid the extras more if they would eat actual real calf brains.
Yes, yeah.
And then
he did, and he did it himself.
He did it himself, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good, yeah.
It was in a I wouldn't ask you to do something or not
Exactly, yeah.
willing to do myself type thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tarman zombie, brilliant, right down to the gormy face. It all works.
Yeah, they used, I think it's called Methocil, the thickening agent that
Okay.
is used in milkshakes
For what?
for all that gloop
Oh, okay.
on his face, and it's the same stuff they use on the Blob as well.
All right, okay. Fair enough.
You just brushing me off there. All right, okay.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know that it had been used same effects in the Blob.
But and the guy who made the half corpse, Tony Gardner, he went on to do the Zombieland effects
All right,
and
okay.
stuff like that. He's done quite a lot, but I only wrote Zombieland down.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't wait 30 years before doing any more work.
No, of course not.
No. That's good. I got down here the shot of the water soaking through in the graveyard down to the corpses
Yes.
and dripping down. That was a brilliant shot. And it's always got that amazing music going on in the background when something like that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it's a star.
It definitely gets a star for that. I would question our ability to do this podcast if we didn't give that a star.
I mean, there's a lot more stuff we could talk about as well, but we are on time limit, so
We are nearly...
just watch that film.
Yeah, we're nearly an hour.
Right, performance. What have you got to say about performance? All I've got written down is not great.
Really?
Yeah.
From-
Well, I mean, it's good for a B movie, I think, but
Oh, my paper's flying off. Hang on. I thought everyone was really good for the context of the film.
okay, yeah.
I mean, I feel bad naming names, but the guy who played Frank was a bit OTT sometimes.
Yeah, a bit hamming it up a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, but I liked even the punks hanging out in the graveyard. I really liked that performance. I mean, it wasn't A-class acting.
No, of course it's not, but for that, I think it was alright. I think we got to mention Suicide's greatest line in that, though.
Okay, let on me.
It's, I'm not going to do the voice. But,
Oh, but you did Chucky impression so well.
well, it's my favourite bit. He stood there and he's looking all broody and Trash is rubbing his leg. His
I know
leather
where you're
jacket.
going.
Jeez. He's like, it's not a costume. It's a way of life.
Yeah.
Which-
My one of my favourite lines is it Casey with Chuck, and he's trying it on. He's like, go choke a chicken, and I was like, what does choke a? Oh, okay. I know what that means. Yeah.
What are you going to say for performance? Star or not?
No star.
No star. There we go.
Because
Right.
I just want to say that I did enjoy it a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But some of
They were
it
great.
is like watching a GCSE school performance.
Yes.
Sometimes. I'm sorry. If this podcast ever makes it big and you listen to this, people who are in it, which it won't, doesn't matter. You were shit.
Oh, well, sadly, Suicide died 10 years later of leukemia.
Leukemia?
Yeah, he was 35. So that means he was 25 when he did this film, Suicide.
Huh.
There you go.
Shit.
Sorry about that. Right, it wasn't performance. I was looking at the wrong line. Musical score, sound effects.
Well, it's got amazing score.
Yeah.
The Foley sounds are a bit dodgy.
The what sounds?
The Foley sounds is added sound after.
Oh, right, yeah.
So if someone's walking on gravel and you see it in a show and you're hearing them walking, that's put in afterwards, usually by people with microphones and a board with gravel on it.
Yeah.
And I mean specifically with the sound of zombies eating people.
Yes, okay.
But then it is dodgy, but I like it.
Okay.
I'm so fucking flaky.
But the actual music, I think, on this, you got 45 Grave doing Party Time, you got the Damn, Deadbeat Dance, Flesh Eaters, Eyes Without Face, TSOL doing Nothing For You, Cramps, Surfing Dead.
It's got a star.
It's got
And I was,
a star.
Before we did the
Beautiful.
podcast, just before me and you were saying how good the soundtrack is, and we've actually both been listening to it since watching this during the week. I've had it on while I've been working.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There aren't many soundtracks to films that you listen to as individual songs or in your own time. You mean people do listen to soundtracks of film scores, but these are all individual songs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I love them all. I guess a star from me.
Big star, yeah.
Are you keeping track of this?
Yes, that's 2.
Out of 4, okay.
Overall experience.
It's +1 from me.
+1. Yeah. Do I get a +1?
Yeah, do you know how this works?
No. Yeah.
Overall experience for the listeners and Jimmy, apparently.
I've just got love! Exclamation mark.
We have the ability to give a point each and take away a point each.
Right.
Or just leave it as it is.
Okay, so we're on 3.
Yeah, and I'm giving it... hang on, we're at 2 out of 4, yeah?
2 out of 4.
So you're giving it 1 for this,
Yeah.
and I'm giving it 1 for this.
Oh, that's... Oh, okay. So that's 4.
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's, yeah, don't worry, I'll explain it all to you again. It's fine. It's not the simplest thing in the world. You are.
Cheers.
Right, anyway. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Next up is listener mail.
Listener mail.
Well, this is just getting embarrassing. There's no listener mail again, and I haven't even got the excuse this time that it's not. We've not had an episode released because our first episode was released 3 days ago. But instead of listener mail, I do have some shout-outs because people may have not emailed the podcast website, but I do have people who have listened to it and then messaged me directly. So I have a shout-out to Reese Priestley. Thank you for sending us a message. He liked it. He subscribed just to listen to that first episode, so thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And our second shout-out goes to Andy Peacock, who I sent the first 2 episodes to for his personal review before we released any. And he liked them both, said the second episode was better, he liked the musical segues. But he does say that in the first episode we beeped out the F-bombs. And in the second episode, he wasn't sure if there were any F-bombs because we didn't bleep them out and it didn't make him laugh. And we're sure that we swore more in the second one. So I'll start beeping them out again for you, Andy. And I've got a little present for you right here. Just fuck off, you cunt. Oh, don't make me too much work. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck.
What a fuck.
Anyway, so thanks for the feedback. If you want to get to us in the first place, please. It's the Madhouse Podcast at outlook.com is the email. Messages with requests for films, any feedback, or any other words you want bleeping out.
I just want to ask if anyone's out there. I'm trying to remember a name of a zombie film that I watched years and years ago. And the only part about it I can remember is that the diseases come from outer space and they're hanging around, I can't remember, an old factory or something, but when they get infected by the zombie virus, the men's penises fall off and they fall out of their trousers and they shake them around and they fall out. And I had it on DVD, but I can't remember what it was, and I just want to watch it again. So if anyone out there knows it,
we'll do it.
Please just hook me up with the name. Not that I'm interested in the penises. It's
solely the penises.
It's just zombie penises falling off. So if anyone knows the name of that film, just let me know. Let me know.
Penis Decay from Outer Space.
Don't think it was that.
No, well, worth a shot. But yeah, I think if someone does actually get back with us with that, we should do that as an episode. Yeah. All right, we have my choice of film.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Right, are you ready?
Ah, yeah. I think
Let
so.
me just load up my quick little thing.
Is it the zombie penis one?
Listen to the description. A virus comes from outer space, making men's penises fall off. Oh, it is. No, it's not. Are you ready? The real one this time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And I've been practicing a scary voice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, scary voice while reading to my son, I should say. He liked it though. He finds it hilarious. 2 young couples traveling across the backwoods of Texas, searching for urban legends of murder, end up as prisoners of a bizarre and sadistic backwater family of serial killers.
Right.
And their penises fall off.
Oh dear. Right. Fuck. Right. I'm gonna go. Right, I'm going to go on a punt here and say it's House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, motherfucker, it's House of a Thousand Penises Falling Off. No. Yeah, it is House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah!
You're still at 100% and I'm at 0. I've only done 1, but I'm still at 0. Alright, okay.
That's good. Yeah, I'm looking
Well
forward
done.
to that. I lent my neighbour this DVD and he never gave it me back.
Yeah, you lent me The Return of the Living Dead and I never gave you back. But it was like a week ago.
That's alright,
so...
it's not my copy, it's Nat.
It's on Netflix anyway. I'll bring it back. Just tell Nat not to worry. Right.
Don't worry, Nat.
She responds. She's in another room. She shouted, "What?" Anyway, that's it. We're just pissing around now. That's the episode for the day.
Nice.
Thank you very much for listening to us again. If you did listen to us again, if you didn't, we're sorry we didn't do anything good enough for you to come back. Please share with your friends this podcast. Subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a download. Check us out. Search the Madhouse Podcast at facebook.com. Check us out on Instagram at the Madhouse Podcast. And email us at the Madhouse Podcast at outlook.com. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well done, Glover. Twat.